Welcome, podcast listeners. Who is this? Your host. It is BudgetPedalChap, honestly. Just believe me. But I obviously don't sound my usual way, and that is because the entire time since the last podcast I have been unwell. I have been coughing and spluttering, and it's basically shagged my voice. So this is what we're left with currently. So yes, it is episode number 333 of the Fret Talk podcast with BudgetPedalChap. That honestly is me. Really, I'm not shitting you here. It is BudgetPedalChap. You're joined.
It's not Marvin Gaye.
It's Marvin Gaye. Get it on. No, it's Barry White, wasn't it? You're joined, of course, by Mr. Oh my gosh, it's Josh. Say hi, Josh.
Hello, hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh. Yes, and I mean that joke is usually reserved for another member of this podcast. It is Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah,
hey.
We've all done it. Say hi, Budge. Hi. Hi, Budge. There we go. It's 2020.
It's definitely not Budge replying. I don't know who it is, but
yeah. It's like season 3 of a TV show where they've just replaced one of the fucking characters.
I mean, if we're only in season 3 of the Fret Talk podcast, these seasons are fucking long.
You're real. It's like season 2 of Fresh Prince where they just completely replace Aunt Viv and don't mention it at all. I think there's a joke in there where it goes, "Oh, have you done something different with your hair?" He's like, "Yeah, something like that." So maybe that's this one where we've replaced BudgetPedalChap due to budget constraints on the Fret Talk podcast. We couldn't afford him anymore. He's getting too high profile.
Yeah.
So
ideas above his station.
That's it. We replaced it with his nan.
It's now with COPD.
His nan, who's been smoking 40 a day for the last 70 years.
He sure does fucking sound that way, doesn't he? He sure does fucking sound that way. So, it's episode 333. It's the first podcast that we have recorded in 2024. Of course, you will have heard last week's one, which was the gear stuff of the NAMM or something. I don't know. Part 2. Part 2, yeah. And you will have you'll have heard those results. I'll not share them just in case you've saved that one, because I know that a couple of people have been doing it that way. And
yeah, I would go back and listen to it if you don't want it to be spoiled, because I will be talking about the winner.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, and the winner in our hearts and minds as well, the Metallica ice cream.
Yeah,
of course. I knew we'd get flack for that, and rightly so.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys have listened to the Fret Talk podcast before. You know what kind of idiots we are. So
you can't handle the truth, basically.
You knew the standard of the people that were doing this before you started listening to it. It's your own damn fault.
Yeah. You give monkeys machine guns, dangerous shit's going to happen, isn't it? And what a wonderful place to segue onto our sponsor this week. Our sponsor is, of course, Affordaboard. Affordaboard.co.uk. They bring you pedals from DemonFX, JSA Effects, Mosky, Joyo, 40, and Caline at amazing prices. You know what? This is the sexiest sponsored segment we've done. I'm loving this.
Are you sure about that?
It's like these new headphones that I've got. By the way, listener, new headphones, very rich in bass response. It sounds very sexy. Affordaboard are, of course, a UK company with all of their stock ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. Check them out, affordaboard.co.uk. They're getting some new stuff in as well. I think Movall or whatever they're called. There's a couple coming in from them. And early 2024, there might even be another budget pedal brand staple finding their way onto Affordaboard, which...
Cool.
Yeah, defo check them out, because I'm excited. Right, gentlemen, we're going to start our podcast off the way that we usually do, which is shit news of the week. And, I mean, it's the dregs of the fucking, like, scraping the bottom of the barrel of the news before NAMM. So
yeah, we're in that kind of lull where most companies release their things before Christmas to get people to buy them or wait till NAMM.
yeah.
So you're stuck with the absolute dregs of what companies forgot to release at the end of last year.
Yeah. And I think topping that list has got to be Earthquaker for this week's. Because this, I mean, it was announced today. They did a couple of little teasers on their social media, and it's basically a pedal that's been out for a fucking while. It's a pedal that when I did the news on it about 4 years ago on Pedal Boards of Doom, it was one of the most hated videos on the channel.
Was that back when people thought that you were going to have copies of the pedals during the news, so they thought you were going to play it and you didn't, and you just got a load of flack for...
Yeah,
like
for
reporting
on the like it had been announced that it was like about 2 or 3 weeks before they started dropping, and we were like, yeah, we'll report on this so that people are ready for the news. We did that one, and we did the OCD Germanium edition.
Yeah, the blue one.
And both of those news videos tanked. And like since then, I've taken them off the channel because they literally dragged the dragged the whole like the analytics down. But I throughout the entire process, I found it really funny. it was a laugh. But here we go, Earthquaker devices. I'm not holding this against you, honestly. It's just not good news. It's just not. It's not interesting really in the slightest. So they released the plumes about 4 years ago. They have now announced the blooms. Blooms, BLUMES, not blooms as in BLOOMS. No, don't be silly. Blooms, of course, meaning bass plumes. So this is called the low signal shredder pedal. So it's basically like it's a plumes that's got better bass response and a bit more gain as far as I understand it as well. It's quite interested because with overdrive, if you're trying to drive a bassier signal, it requires more drive to make an effect, basically.
Yeah.
So it's
a lot of pedals kind of like lose the low end a bit when they drive because you drive to the tops a bit more, so you have to have things to push the low end a bit harder just to kind of get it to sound even, don't you? So I assume that's what they've done here. But was anybody really asking for a bass plumes? This is like I don't remember anybody asking for the plumes.
It's like the old Top Gear segment where they go, we literally get no letters a week.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They look quite similar in terms of like the layout. They've got level, tone, gain, which is what you'd expect, and they've got a mode setting as well, so like a 3 mode. And as far as I remember from the plumes, it wasn't like just different diode settings. It was like mid characteristics as well. So you got like different feels of the pedal. I remember our Jason from Pedal Boards of Doom doing a video on this kind of October time last year, I think, because he goes through phases where he thinks, yeah, I'll buy the plumes. I think that's the pedal that I want. Plays it for a couple of weeks and goes, no, it's not the pedal that I want. And he does that every kind of year or so.
So expect to see the Wampler Germanium Tumnus up for sale from our Mr. Jason in the next 6 months.
I mean, maybe if you want to grab a bargain, definitely keep Jason.
Keep an eye.
Yeah, just keep him in your favourites because he shifts gear. But the blues. So this reminds me a little bit of the old Soul Food, where they had the Soul Food, and that was doing really well.
Yeah, so they made a bass Soul Food.
Yeah, about 6 months later. Why is it taking Earthquaker? It's probably 4 years, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long it is, but I don't know why it's taken them that long, but like I imagine because they had other things to to make because nobody was actually thinking about this pedal.
Like, people ended up liking the bass Soul Food, though, as a guitar pedal, because it had that.
Wasn't the Soul Food TC Electronic, though, not Electro-Harmonics?
Yeah.
So
it was supposed to be Klon-based, but it was not very Klon-sounding. But it did its own thing, and people loved that.
Yeah.
I had one for a little while. I bought into the hype.
I've loved mine. I've still got them. I had two at one point, one as a rhythm, one as a lead boost.
But that's why they're not very clonny, is because they work quite well driven.
Yeah.
And clons almost exclusively are used with none of the diodes being engaged at all.
Yeah. No, they didn't sound anything like a thing, but they were a lighter gain overdrive that worked quite well with the Vox.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's because it's almost within that kind of blues drivery territory, where it's kind of upper mid.
Yeah.
Like really barky drive tones.
Yeah.
Rather than being kind of lower mid.
The thing with the bass Soul Food, though, is that's had the clean blend on it, didn't it? Which is why people bought it for guitar to get a bit more clarity and make it a little bit more like a clon.
Yeah.
I don't know any bass players that bought it, though.
No, neither do I.
And I can't imagine I'm going to know many bass players that are buying this either.
I don't know many bass players, but sorry.
I know like 4. And I don't think any of them will buy it. So
no, a lot of the bass players that I know don't use pedals. So I'm pretty sure they won't be buying them.
So if you want to play with proper effects, learn to play a proper guitar.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that the two bassists in the two bands that I'm in, one of them doesn't use any pedals at all, and one of them has the same pedal board he had when he joined the band that I was in 11 years ago, and it's the same set of pedals on that board.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So the kind of the one saving grace of the plumes is that it was basically 100 quid, wasn't it? So it was a generally low cost drive. This one I think is a little bit more, and I don't think that's necessarily was their plan. It's just the fact that things have, like the price of things have bumped up a little bit.
It's import charges because it's $99. It's just in sterling, it's a bit more.
Yeah,
so it's like 115 quid, is it?
Yeah, something like that. So, I mean, it's there or thereabouts, isn't it? Basically, but it still wins our shit news of the week because it's basically the same thing, isn't it? It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, they've changed one or two resistors probably.
It's a bit. I mean, realistically, yeah, it probably is that, isn't it? Right, gentlemen. What have we been up to this week? I'm gonna extend it out to you guys because I want to rest my voice. Basically, who's got anything particularly exciting to talk about this week?
I think we should talk about Matt's new purchase first.
Well, I guess in that case, really, if you haven't heard last week's podcast, then either go and listen to it or you're going to get spoiled because I bought the gear of the year from last year.
Yeah.
I've purchased a HX1, which is my first foray into the Helix stuff.
Nice.
And my first experience of it was awful as per Line 6 products. I tried to plug it into a computer and spent 3 hours downloading software, none of which would recognize the pedal, despite the fact that I tested all of the cables that I used with other things that connect to my computer, and they all worked fine, so it wasn't the cables. I looked on a load of different Line 6 forums and Reddit and a load of other places where people were having similar issues, and some of them could get them to work and some of them couldn't. And I just gave up and just edited all on the pedal anyway.
Right. I remember a really specific quirk that made my old laptop not recognise my HX Stomp. And it drove me mental for about 3 hours one evening. If you have got an integrated SD card reader on your laptop and you have got an SD card in that reader, it won't recognise your Helix product.
Okay.
If you take the SD card out, perfectly fine.
That would be great. Only I plugged it into a desktop that doesn't have any SD card readers plugged into it or anything. And so one of the online solutions was some of the USB ports on your desktop are direct to motherboard, and some of them are indirect, like they've got a different routing system.
Yeah.
So I then had to pull my fucking computer out, and instead of using the ports on the top, try using the ports on the back to see if that helped. Yeah, no, it didn't help. I spent 2.5 hours trying to get this thing to plug into my computer, and then I read up online that all you could do was change the order of the patches and change the names of the patches, and I was like, fine, I just won't.
Yeah, do that on the unit anyway.
Yeah, it's a little bit fiddlier using the unit rather than a keyboard, but I'd rather just start using it at this point because it had been like 3 hours and I was hoping that it was like just gonna be a 15-minute thing where I just get it all ready to set up and then I can go and just... Initially I thought it was because I've got it turned off, so I'll plug it in and turn it on, because I realised that it would be stupid to think that it could power itself with a USB signal. Yeah. I tried it off, I tried it on, I tried not turning it on until after it was plugged into the computer, I tried turning it on before it was plugged into none of that helped either. Just, for whatever reason. But I mean, I've always had problems with Line 6 software, like the Variax is another
really
thing.
Odd.
Yeah, so that was a frustration, but after that I've had nothing but good experiences with it. The first thing I did was just set up a carbon copy sound that is like a short delay sound that I would use to texture a lead tone, because I had a patch like that in the M5, and this is just better. Like the kind of the easiest way to describe it is you can make your sounds more subtle with the HX without them degrading. Like if you try to do subtle with the M5 on certain sounds, like it would either go a bit mushy or would sound like it was barely there, whereas with this you can pull the mix right back, you can do everything, and it just sounds like a whatever pedal it is supposed to be trying to emulate.
It's like going from 720p to 4K.
Yeah, exactly that. Like it was really, really positive experience. And I've only set up about 5 patches, and I've got like 40 that I want to do already. And I've messed around with some of the weird sounds. Like there's a 12-string mode in there. There's some pitch shift and stuff. And like it's like obviously the 12-string mode doesn't sound exactly like you're playing a 12-string, but it gives you enough that if you had to use a 12-string sound for one song, that it would be more than good enough.
Yeah, it's negating you having to use the Variax.
Yeah, we'll come on to that in a bit later of what I've been up to.
Nice.
But yeah, like I've been playing at home far more than I have done in the last year, probably just in the last week since that arrived. Think Friday-ish? I can't remember when I put the post in the group, but
yeah, I remember us getting the updates of you doing the whole computer thing. It was like a little saga. It was brilliant. I mean, obviously not for yourself, because it was like frustrating as well. But we saw this kind of drama unfold as it was going. Like, fuck this. I'm just plugging it in now. It's fantastic.
It is. And like I set up a few different sounds that I had in the M5 just to kind of test
kind of
how it sounds against. Yeah, like... And then just went and played with some of the weird sounds that aren't in the M5, and it's great fun. It sounds great, and I'm already considering getting rid of all of my modulation and reverb, and either getting a Plethora or getting another HX1.
Yeah, I could say that would work. Because if you use the HX1 at the end and have that as like your full-on ambience thing, the Plethora could do some of the ambience and modulation on top of that.
I would probably go the other. So the way I'm thinking is, at the moment, I've got a Hall of Fame at the end of my board.
Yeah. So you could literally one for one that.
Yeah, one for one that. At the moment, like I say, I've got a lead kind of extra delay in the HX1, but if I could have a flashback in the Plethora as well, the easy kind of simple Bucket Brigade style, very shortish, just adding a bit of texture delay could go in there, and then I could have a dedicated, like my dedicated delays for different songs that are like specific repeats, specific amount of repeats, or a specific amount of like time or whatever could be in the Helix, the HX1, and then I could have whatever, like probably tremolo or something like that as the other, like the third thing in the plethora, or you could, flick through a couple of different of the things that you've got in there, and then just in front of it have the HX1 for like any dedicated effects to particular songs to just bank up and down, and have the plethora as like effectively what the rest of my board is at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that shortens everything down considerably then, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's the way I'm leaning at the moment, but I haven't decided that for definite yet.
You've got the added bonus of being able to do it in stereo, as a stereo out if you really wanted to. If you wanted to like really get complicated at a gig.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like, it doesn't matter which of the options I go to. Like the HX1 is stereo, the plethora is stereo, and they both do mono in, stereo out. So even if I wanted to put them in the opposite order, you could use that as an ABY to split your signal if you wanted to run stereo. And if you had a rig where, or like I do, where I could be mono in the smaller rooms and stereo in bigger rooms, I wouldn't have to change the board at all, apart from add an extra patch cable.
Yeah. I mean, that's living the dream, that, isn't it? It's living the dream.
It is. Absolutely. But yeah, like the HX1, like, just like, we've talked about how much I love the M5 for years, but this is just another level kind of step up. And I don't think I'll end up with a stomp, but like at one point I was planning on, like, well, if I maybe got sent this back and got a stomp, and it was a couple of suggestions like I put in the group this week that like I was thinking about an X3 or another HX1.
Yeah.
And 2 people suggested send the HX1 back and get a stomp.
Yeah.
Because you could use it just for the effects, and then you could turn the amps on if you needed to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I could then get rid of the simplifier, but I don't think that's a route I'll go down, but that might be a long-term thing of get a stomp as well or something. But at the moment, the effects are what I'm kind of using it for, and I wouldn't want a HX effects because it's just 4 times the size of anything. Like it would take up the entire left-hand side of your board, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the added bonus of the HX stomp as well is that I can share stuff with you. So if you ever wanted to, like...
You could if I could connect it to the computer.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I'm on 3.6, and I think we're up to 3.7 now, aren't we?
We are on 3.7, yeah.
Yeah, well, my HX1 is still on 3.6 because it won't connect to my computer, so I can't update it.
Mental. Yeah, they've got to get that sorted.
I'm sure I'll work it out somehow. Like, I'll run through the Line 6 forum or Reverb, or Reddit or whatever, and I'll eventually find a thread of, I was having this issue and this is how you fix it. But
yeah, just flick on the switch at the back that says computer mode. Oh, fucking that simple, eh?
But yeah, I'll get there eventually. But
yeah.
I
mean, it's good to hear that the HX1 is basically exactly what we wanted it to be.
Yeah, it is. It's just an updated M5 with better quality sounds and more sounds in it.
Yeah, and like the M5, the M9, and the M13 weren't shorter sounds as well. There was enough in there, weren't there?
Absolutely, but this is on another. And the other thing is the drives aren't as good as a standard drive, but they're way more usable than they were in the M5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, completely.
The only thing I will say about the HX1 is every single patch I've had to edit the volume. So you can, like, after you've switched the effect on, I've found a drop in signal on every single effect. But then it, like, if you go left and right, rather than editing just the pedal, you can adjust a load of other things alongside it. And one of them, you can give it a 6 decibel boost. Yeah. And I found that every single one of them, if you put the 6 decibel boost on, it doesn't drop the signal anymore. So I don't know why that isn't just on all the time, or whether there might be a way to make that universally always global, on, because some of them, some of them are global and some of them are thing, but I haven't faffed around with the manual enough to know how to do global and not patch related stuff.
I mean, like, who's looking at the manual, really?
I mean, I tried to look at the manual to see if I was doing something wrong when I couldn't get it to connect to the computer, but it's all in gibberish.
These fancy words in there.
Yeah.
Connect via USB and...
Yeah, USB and then a letter C. I don't even know what that is.
No. trying to confuse us guitarists.
But yeah, the long and short of it is the H61 looks great. Like I say, the PC connection aside, but the sounds are good enough that if I'm stuck on 3.6, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, like, realistically, you want to be able to get those sweet updates because, like, every probably about 4 to 6 months, you're basically getting, like, another, like, 3 to, like, 7 pedals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's quite nice. But, look, as you say, even so, the catalogue in at 3.6 is still absolutely massive. It's just, like, overwhelmingly big. And they're continuing to support that as well. So, I mean, it's a justification as to why we chose that as Gear of the Year, basically. Sorry, guitar stuff of the annum. Right, gentlemen, let's do another little bit of news. Let's talk about beer.
Beer?
Beer.
We're not sponsored by the beer company that sponsors every single fucking YouTube channel in the world, are we?
No, but look, if they want to start doing a sponsorship deal, we're not going to say no. We like beer.
Yeah, get in touch.
That's it, yeah. Call our people. Mate, yeah, try and get in contact with Budge. Right, so Slater Pay beer vending machines. So Panhead Custom Ales have put in some, like, vending machines. A vending machine isn't really the right word, is it? I don't know.
It sounds more like an arcade machine than a vending machine to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit like if you've ever played the Guitar Hero arcade machines.
Yeah. Not that you ever would.
Where half of the buttons never actually work.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
I mean, that's part of the difficulty curve for it, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't play green.
Yeah, just try and avoid green as best as you can. Like, if you nail all the other notes, it's okay if you miss the green ones. As long as it's not a song that is heavily laden on the green note. But yeah, like, it's kind of arcade machine meets vending machine. Because it's basically, it looks like a half stack. Like a Marshall half stack with Panhead Custom Ales on it. And it's got a guitar attached to it. And then it gives you, like, a little grace period to, like, warm up on this guitar, and then basically auditions you for whether it thinks you're worthy or not to earn some free beer, which is quite an interesting.
Do you have to play free beer?
No, you have to play free
beer.
The problem is with that is, like, it's like when you go to record something, you'll be warming up and you'll be like, oh yeah, absolutely on fire today, you know, just running through some scales or playing like a solo or something like that, and you'll be on fire. Then it's as soon as the record button is hit,
the red light fever happens.
All ability goes out the window, and I feel like this is what that would just, like,
that's it.
Summon all of my like, what do you call it? You know, lack of self-confidence.
Yeah, you end up, like, playing some shitty, like, Mary Has a Little Lamb kind of bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think every time in my entire life outside of a band situation, someone's given me a guitar, I've gone, I don't know how to play this. I don't know what I barely know what this thing is, let alone any songs that I know. They've all gone. They've left me. Yeah. I'm just in sheer panic mode.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, that's your first barrier to entry. then, like, say you are one of these weirdos who has actual self-confidence. Like, your first beer, you get that for free. That's cool. Your second beer, you've warmed up, you've loosened up a bit, you get that one for free. By beer 3.
You're really struggling by beer 3 because the frets the frets have gone from normal frets to slanty frets.
You've already played major pentatonic in C. Please try another scale.
No. Minor pentatonic in E.
By beer 3, it'll be saying, well, I've heard that riff. I've heard that riff tonight, or I've heard that riff played better. So yeah, your technical ability and creativity doesn't increase as you drink more. You think it does.
Your confidence does.
Oh, beer.
But the AI hasn't been drinking, so we'll judge you harshly. Yeah. So buy about beer 3, you're gonna have to buy it anyway, because you've got a taste for it. You'll be asking for the vending machine beer at the bar, so win-win. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. It's
I
pretty
like
cool.
it. I like the idea. I think it's pretty good.
The idea is fine-ish. Like, my biggest problem, like I say, is I wouldn't be able to remember anything that I've ever learned in my life. And the other problem is I've just watched a guy playing it, and it's not an amplifier.
Is it not?
So whatever you're playing into it sounds like the strings of an Epiphone Explorer. And it just looks really weird.
Not the most inspiring tone. That's how they get you anyway. That's how they get you.
He doesn't even have headphones on, so it's not like it's like a headphone amp or anything.
And like it's a bar, so it's going to be pretty noisy.
Yeah,
you could be playing any old shit.
And the guitar is
knows.
probably not going to stay in tune.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no pedal board on the floor. The cable just goes from the guitar straight into the vending machine thing. There's not even like a headstock tuner on it. So yeah, that's probably not going to stay in tune.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a flawed system, but it's a beautiful novelty as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll commend them for that. I'll commend them. Right. Josh.
Me.
You released a video on pedal boards of doom this week, didn't you?
I did, and it's a video I didn't expect to be doing for another 2 months, because I think like a couple of days after Christmas, like Mr. UPS man turned up, and I was like, okay, what have I ordered? And then I opened it up, and it was a Boss pedal, and I was like, oh, this has come sooner than I expected, and it was the Boss IR2. Another one of the pedals from our gear of the NAMM roundup, guitar stuff of the NAMM roundup.
Yeah, it didn't quite get the impact, did it? The pedal that you are talking about, it didn't quite make the impact in the guitar stuff for the NAMM.
No, because everybody here doesn't have taste, unfortunately. And I like quickly had to go of it. I was like, okay, yep, there's some good sounds in this. And then I used it to record an excerpt to one of the songs that I'm releasing, with using like the brown sound and the rectifier kind of blended together. I just stereo tracked it. It's really good, actually. I was pleasantly surprised. The EQ works quite well. Actually, I thought it was going to be like dead zone. Okay, yep, there we go. There's the
you find certain little sweet spots, and then the rest is not so sweet.
But actually, I was pleasantly surprised. I really like the clean tones in it as well. I think you could probably kind of use it as like, I guess like you could put loads of drives in front of it and just have it as like a clean tone, and then use do a mat and use drive pedals for your gain sounds.
Yeah.
Really, really happy with it. The ambience knob may as well not be there. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That's where this pedal is really let down. Is the ambience knob, because it hardly does anything. It almost acts as if like you're just moving the mic away from the cab ever so slightly, rather than actually adding any ambience.
I like that though. I like the fact that it's like mic position rather than full on ambience.
I'm not saying it is mic position, but it's almost like what it sounds like. So I'll probably, like, when I end up building like a little pedal board around this, I'll be running a reverb in the loop for sure, because I really like that this has got its own effects loop in it. I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it does. It's got three jacks either side, doesn't it?
And the stereo output's quite good as well, because it doesn't just sound like if you're recorded a guitar track and then you just kind of copy and paste it into another one, but it just kind of makes everything sound louder. It actually does sound more organic. Which is good. It doesn't just sound like it's copying the sound. It generally does feel like you've kind of got amps on either side of you, which I think is really good. And people seem to like it so far. I haven't got round to connecting it up to my laptop yet to be able to start looking at, like kind of putting in your own impulse responses and bits and pieces like that. But I'm sure I'll get into that at some point. But I want to thank Boss again for getting it out to me really quickly, because I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'm just looking at they're on pre-order now. 9th of February is apparently the earliest time on
which is when I was expecting to get it. So for it to arrive literally a couple of days after Christmas, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes, that's decent.
You were top work.
Yeah, in fact, you managed to get a video out on that so quick as well. It's excellent. The video's doing really well as well. So
it's literally just kind of because my Black Star amp's not here at the moment. And like I said in the video, sometimes I can't be bothered to just set up my Quad Cortex, so I can just plug the pedal in, put my headphones into it, and I can, just treat it as a practice amp, and you've got it as a 2-channel, so you can have it, on the floor and use the stomp box, sort of mode on it, which is really useful. It's bloody good.
Yeah.
And for the price as well, it's what, 169, something like that, 169, 189. It's an absolute bargain.
I've got it 179 here, which it seems fair. It seems fair for what it is.
It'd be interesting to kind of shoot it out between an IR200, to kind of see where the real big differences are. Obviously there's going to be a lot of differences in like the tweakability and the usability of it, but I don't think it would be. I think you would probably end up leaning more towards the IR2, probably because it's so much more simpler.
Yeah. There's not 198 difference, is there?
Yeah, you've got bass, treble, mid, and gain. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that.
Yeah, look, if they've got them dialed in well enough, that's all you need.
Yeah,
it's only when they get you in the ballpark and go, okay, you do the rest, which certain companies have done, like with their modelling software and modelling bits of like hardware. They give you something that's about there and go, okay, you make it your own now.
I know Matt talks about the simplifier a lot, which I guess is, like a very similar sort of user experience, comparatively with something like this. I mean, I've never used one, but see there's so many switches and buttons and dials and all these, bits and pieces on it. I think this would be like a really good alternative to that.
Yeah, like the simplifier is a little bit different because it's more like there's there's basically 3 amp sounds. There's a Marshall, a Fender, and a Vox, and you basically have all the dials that you would have on an amp, plus some things to move like mic placement and presence and that kind of stuff. But I think if you wanted multiple sounds, the IR would be the way to go for me. If you just wanted one bass sound, I think the Simplifier will probably be slightly higher quality, but like it's horse of course, and like you say, like it's one channel, whereas the IR2 is 2 channel, or if you plug it in with MIDI, it's 128 channel or whatever.
Yeah, and there is that, isn't there? Yeah,
that's the other thing. Yeah, it does MIDI, and the Simplifier definitely doesn't.
Yeah. The Simplifier seems like your old boy approach to like modelling, doesn't it?
Yeah, it very much is. Like get rid of the screen, which is why the IR2 is kind of similar, but it's very much all of the bits of an amp just in a smaller package, like all of the dials and things. Whereas, like the IR2 does it in a different way, and like I say, has a bit more options and allows you to MIDI it and kind of change out what you call them, IRs and stuff. Whereas, the Simplifier hasn't got any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think like I don't know if this is like the biggest surprise or whether it's mildly intentional, but I've actually found some of the best sounds within this are the Boss ones.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they're modified versions of the stuff that'll come from the Katana range, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they've had many years working on those, which it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yep.
But another absolutely blinding bit of kit.
100%. There wasn't like much that I wanted to go and get, but like when something's come out. But when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I need this.
Yeah, because I can get absolutely why. The irony being is if you paired up the IR2 with the HX1, you'd get a pretty banging rig.
Yeah.
It'd work really well. That would.
Yeah.
Oh. Making me think now. Making me think. Nah, I can't be doing that nonsense. I've got far
she can.
But I've got far too many modelling units. Got just too many.
Well, I mean, you just change out your IR2 for the Tonex and have a HX1 and a Tonex.
I mean, now you're talking my language. Now you're talking.
Because you don't have to buy one of them.
Yeah, I've already got it.
I mean, to be fair, what you could do is turn off the amps in the Stomp and have the HX Stomp and a Tonex.
Yeah, the HX Stomp running all the effects and then the Tonex running the amps. Yeah. I think that would probably be the best of all worlds. Because the modelling of the amp modelling on the Tonex it's just leagues ahead of everything else I've heard. And the just the absolute menagerie of effects available.
Menagerie? Oh, that's a big word.
It is, isn't it? Within the Helix stuff it's mind-blowing.
Well, there you go then. That's your new board, isn't it? It's a HX Stomp and a Tonex.
Yeah, and I could get the fabled 8-phaser setup.
Mildly sort of related, but obviously a friend of mine was been on the fence with his Kemper, and he was sending me messages going like, I'm getting so fed up of it. And he's like, how do you enjoy your quad Cortex? And I'm like, well, I showed him obviously all of the pedal boards of doing videos, and he was like, oh, it sounds really good, blah, 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 blah. And lo and behold, he sold his Kemper literally about 10 minutes after it was put onto like Reverb. Went and bought a quad Cortex. It arrived yesterday, and he said it's the best decision he's ever made.
Good man. Good man. Is he the same one who's been having an absolute field time or whatever you call it?
Yes.
On pedal boards of doing.
Yes, the one that was sending
my
pictures.
Second car.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So just as a bit of context for the viewers who haven't caught up on this, there was a chap, turns out to be Josh's friend, posted the trials and tribulations of posting guitar gear on Facebook Marketplace, and it
was an absolute gold mine.
It was quite clearly it was a scammy boy, because it was like, I am interested in the Kemper profiling amplifier unit. Look, exact wording. It's like, cool. It's like, I will send a friend around with money or whatever. And he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, of course you will. Like, what? It was sort of like, what drew you to the Kemper? It says, oh, it's very fast, isn't it? What?
Yeah, because he said that he was looking for a second car. And and it was when my mate put the picture of the Kemper on wheels, and that was it. I died.
That was just beautiful. So yeah, like, definitely check that. It'll be around in Pedalboards of Doom, and it's just so good. It's so good.
It's also the same guy that will be auditioning for Pedalboards of Doom.
Oh right, okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly got the he's got the humour behind it, and I mean,
that's why he's my friend.
Not going to hurt having a second quad cortex in there to get some quad cortex-y stuff. But from one Joshua to another, see that segue? That was smooth. That was from one Joshua to another. MXR Joshua Ambient Echo. MXR are basically releasing a single stomp box pedal kind of thing, which is looking to emulate the ambient tones of U2 in the early days, like the kind of rack units and like. So let's have a kind of a look what kind of thing. So it's just say, yeah, perfect for fans of the Edge and his famous echo effects. And of course the Joshua name for that refers to the Edge's middle name, the Joshua Edge.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with a certain tree that they wrote an album about at all. No,
I've done my research.
the Joshua Edge, that's his name. Yeah, that's right.
The Joshua Edge, yeah. Yeah,
I must admit, when I first saw this, like, I didn't read anything, and I just saw the pedal, and it's called the Joshua, and it was white, and I'm like, they haven't made it like not a clone, have they? Surely not already.
Oh, that would have been, yeah. Like if they'd have called it the Joshua and it was just a clon style pedal in a white enclosure.
Oh, that would be so good. I mean, MXR, fuck this.
Yeah, get rid of the delay circuit out of this and put a fucking £25 wish clon in there.
Indeed. Right, so it's quite a feature heavy boy in terms of like. So you've got delay, regen, mod, trails. Voice mix. You've got trails, and then you've got like a second echo on like push buttons. You've got a divisions button as well. So once you like set your delay, it will then do those like ping-pongy kind of dotted rhythms for you without you having to be really clever and figure them out. Because that's a pain in the arse, is that, when you're trying to tap in the weird subdivisions. So it does it all for you. It does look, however, like it is a mono. No, it's not. It's stereo, but it's stereo.
It is stereo.
TRS.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a big kick in the dick if it was mono. But yeah, so it's got a control out as well, so you can, I assume, for tap tempo. It's a big pricey boy though. This isn't it? It's a big pricey boy. It is basically 300 quid. 291. Toman are suggesting it will cost.
Yeah, it'll be £300, won't it, by the time you're in the UK?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's not aimed at us, though, is it? Any of us?
I'm just thinking, what does this do that the old flashback doesn't?
I imagine it's a slight step up in quality from the flashback.
You reckon? Oh, the flashbacks are fucking epic.
And it also has more control.
Does it? I mean, it's got more knobs, I suppose.
It's got 8 knobs.
Knob using it.
It's got 6 knobs. It's got 6 knobs.
No, there's an echo and a trails knob that are smaller knobs above the 6 knobs.
I thought they were push buttons. Are they
Oh, I thought they were like tiny little thingy knobs. Maybe they are just buttons, but still.
Let's meet in the middle and say they've got 7 knobs. Because that's how it works. But yeah, so tap tempo, like external tap tempo, which I think you could do on the flashbacks.
Yes.
Yeah. Stereo.
Although, wasn't the original flashback the one where you had to put it into tap tempo mode and then tap by hitting the muted strings? Was that the flashback?
Oh, yeah, potentially.
Yeah, I hope they change that for the second version, because that's not a way to do tap tempo at all.
Did they not also have a way of like having an expression pedal into it?
I don't remember.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm just making it up. But
yeah,
either way, is tap tempo really worth an extra basically £100? I mean, if you think about like something like the Plethora X3, there's probably a tap tempo function in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then you get 3 pedals, and it's basically the same price as this.
Yeah, I mean, but this is for massive U2 fanboys, isn't it?
Indeed. Who would like U2, eh?
I meant more like you'd have to be an Edge obsessive to buy this, I would assume, because you're right. Like, there are other delays that will do at least 3/4 of this.
Yeah.
If not, 9/10 of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They will do 3/4 or at very least 6/8. In maths fun. Eh? Oh, jeez. Right, so I think this could have actually won for Shit News of the Week, this one. Because I think as much as the Blooms was a bit shit, I think this is a bit shitter.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody like Lee, I'm sure, would obsess over this because it's based on 70s and 80s racks, isn't it? And he loves his 80s racks.
He loves vintage racks.
Alan Ransom likes this.
Spends all his time flicking through Escort magazine.
Yeah, if search history is anything to go by, Lee loves vintage racks. I think we may be perpetuating a myth here.
I'm not perpetuating a myth. The Eddie Van Halen one was based on a rack and he really liked it. The Boss 101 was based on a rack and he really liked it.
Yeah. Bad.
Therefore, another delay that's based on a rack. He likes old racks.
He's a big fan. A big fan of outdated racks.
This doesn't sound like a Pornhub fucking announcement.
Racks well past their prime.
Do not search that into YouTube, whatever you do, or even Google image search.
No, well, I'm not here to king shame. If that's what,
whatever floats your boat, just don't share it on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Guess what Budget Pedal Chap's gonna see on his threads now.
Okay.
Yeah, you've said it in the vicinity of your phone, haven't you?
Yeah, it's over there. Can you hear me? I'm gonna I've got to tell you on the page. I'm gonna tell you some of what's been suggested because I've had a lot of scrolling time over this last kind of 2 weeks because I've been like alternating between like being in bed, waking up, then going to lie on a sofa for the rest of the day. So I've had a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
Threads has been a minefield, I can tell you what.
More so than usual.
More so than usual, yes. More so than usual. Oh, but like we'll talk about that in the page because I don't want to I don't want it on record.
Don't want to besmirch the the podcast with that kind of
And we're gonna. I mean, I've done some stuff this week, but we're kind of coming up to time. I did a video about the ray gun effects soda drive, which is one that was suggested to me by John By, which is one of our like podcast listeners and one of my Budget Pedal followers as well. He switched me onto ray gun effects. Basically, like UK company, do stuff quite reasonably priced. I saw one of the soda drives come up on the marketplace for a really decent price. So I went, you know what, I'll take a punt on it. And it ended up being the Soda Drive Plus, which is like the original Soda Drive with like additional clipping options. I finally got around to plugging it in, and it's just beautiful. It's a very characterful drive. So it's not one of these that's trying to be transparent. It very much makes a print on your tone. And it's very vintage sounding. The best way that I can describe it is that it's like really like syrupy and thick. It's like it's EQ'd in such a way that it made single coil sound like humbuckers. Which really kind of smooth sounding. Like neck pickup tones were like those really kind of slashy, like Gibson neck pickupy, sustainy tones. Very nice pedal. And then potentially next week I've got one of the like a Behringer pedal. So one of the ones that Josh Scott was going on about 2 years ago. And it's a good one. I've tried it today and it's nice.
Nice.
It's nice.
BudgetPedalChap on time and on point as per usual.
Yeah. But I wanted to round us up this podcast with New Gear's resolutions, which is not what we hope to achieve this year, because fuck that noise. Because who wants to better themselves? Like no one. What are we buying this year? What are our gear aspirations for the year? Yeah. I mean, you've already started off strong by hitting the HX1 straight up.
Yeah, I will either end up with another HX1 or a Plethora X3 probably in the next 6 months. I want to get the Crazy Tube Circuits high power. I will get one of those as well. But in terms of like not just like thinking about buying, I've got somebody coming to look at one of my Hayden Mofos on Saturday.
Nice.
Trying to get rid of that. I'm trying to get rid of the bass breaker, the Fender bass breaker 1830 that I've got, just because I've got too many amps. Like nowhere to store all these amps. Yeah, I've got nowhere to store these things because like I think I've got 6 amps, 7 amps, something like that. I don't have space for that in a 2-bedroom flat.
No, I can understand that.
And like by the time you've got the Vox, which is my main amp, and the Hughes and Kettner and the SV20, nothing else is going to get used. Like so that's already 3 main amps, so anything else really needs to go. I'll probably keep one of the Haydens just because a small valve amp is like head will be useful when we move out, and I'll have be able to plug something in, and it does switch down to 2 watts, so I'll keep one of them, but I don't need 2 of them anymore. And I'll get rid of a couple of things. I'm going to get rid of the Variacs. I'm literally in the process of cleaning it up at the moment because it's had a hard 9 years of life. I'm not the best at keeping my guitars in tip-top condition. So, I mean, to be fair, like it hasn't even got any dings in it. What it's got is I have very corrosive sweat. So the top 4 screws on that hold the pick guard in, and the top 3 screws for the 6-screw bridge have all started to rust because that's where my hand goes.
Nice.
So yeah, like I've just been, I've got some like anti-rust stuff that I've just been cleaning up, and it actually is cleaned up all right. But yeah, I'll be taking some photos of that and putting that up probably tomorrow night. And I will put all the money together, and it'll either, like I say, fund the couple of pedals that I want, or maybe I'll wait until bonus time and get another guitar, because you know what I'm like.
I mean, you could potentially do both with that.
Yeah.
Like what you're asking for the bass breaker is pretty much the plethora already.
Yeah, so. I've already got 400 quid sat in a fake baked bean tin as well. So
nice.
So if anybody knows where Matt lives, you know where there's 400 quid sitting.
Yeah.
I mean, why are you going for the 400 quid in a baked bean tin when there's shitloads of musical gear?
Yeah, there's 25 grand's worth of guitars in the kitchen in the same place. Yeah, literally in the same room as the 400 quid. But
you'd be stepping over like the bits of gear to get to the.
Yeah, you could literally pick up the SV20 head and take it away and sell it for more than the 400 quid in the baked bean.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just if you wanted tips on how to rob Matt.
Yeah.
Speaking of pedals, should you ever get that JTM 45 from the...
No.
Did you not?
Yeah, you sent that over, and they said it had been delivered to 21 instead of 31. It hadn't. And yeah, they just, no one knows where it went. So somewhere in the postal system between Josh and me, there is a JTM 45.
What will probably happen, and this happened 2 years ago at this point, is in about a month's time, it will arrive on Josh's doorstep.
Yeah. But yeah.
I had that with the half. I did it like a good 2 months before Christmas. I ended up getting it in January, I think. Because it had gone from, it'd been sent down to my ends from somewhere in the south of England, and then for some reason was sent to Dover. A weird sorting office in Dover that's not a real sorting office, so you can't phone through to them, but it's just like a central hub for it all. It was sent down there, left for about a month, then made its way back up to my ends, but weren't delivered. I went in to collect another parcel, and they went, hang on, I remember you from about 3 months ago. And then, it was fucking mental. So it may, fingers crossed, it may get back to either yourself, Josh, or they'll gaslight you and go, what are you on about? It was delivered. But in like a month's time. Postal services, eh? They're brilliant when they work, but when they don't, it's a big bag of dicks.
But yeah, if I was going to buy a guitar, I really want a Nick Johnston telly.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I've been very, very close to some really good deals on the Nick Johnston Strats. I've been sending through in the Fresno podcast. I can't guarantee that won't be on this year's buy list.
I mean, you should definitely do it. I'll be playing mine again.
I've got enough. I've got enough Super Strat style guitars. I've got.
Well, it's not a Super Strat though, is it?
Well, it's kind of like modern Strat, which is what I've got.
Well, it's vintage Strat, but with all of the shit bits got rid of.
Yeah, modern Strat. Yeah. So I've got that. I've got like the two Ollie Bentons. I've got the Variax. I've got another 2 Strats, like Strats. I've got the Ibanez Fireman, which is essentially a Strat.
You've got the Strato Tally.
I've got the Strato Tally. So I think I'm sorted for Strats. However, I've played one of those Nick Johnstons, and they are very, very good. So I think for me, because you've been mentioning them, the Plethora X3, I'm going to have to buy one anyway. I'm going to have to.
I think you should.
Yeah, I think I probably should. I might. I don't need it at all. I know I don't need it, but the PC that I bought, I didn't buy a graphics card for, thinking I can upgrade that later on. I realise I'm not going to be doing any video editing at all on that computer, but it bugs me a little bit that it's not got a decent graphics solution. So I might drop £250 on a graphics card that I don't need for that. But that's not really gear related. I was definitely considering a new set of pickups for the Fusion, the Ollie Fusion, because the thing that stops me from playing it as much as I should is the fact that it sounds like a Harley Benton. And like a new set of pickups in that, and it would be absolutely banging. However, I tried the Fire Mist today, and that one actually plays better than the Fusion.
Yeah.
So I think I just need to bite the bullet and get a pickup set for them both. I might, and this really defeats the point of why I bought the Fire Mist, but I might just turn that into an SSS Strat.
That's what I would, like, if I was you, what I'd do is I'd turn that into an SSS Strat, turn the other one is a HSS, isn't it? Not the Fire Mist, the other one, the Fusion.
Yeah, the Fusion. Well,
so you've then got a HSS Strat and a non-HSS Strat, and then you can maybe sell one of the other Strats.
No.
And then buy Nick Johnston.
I mean, yes. Yeah, I think so. Having that as an SSS Strat would be quite nice. But I was thinking for the Fusion, rather than humbucker single, P90 single. Okay. Just doing it slightly different.
Humbucker sized P90?
Well, it'd have to be because it's a humbucker route. But
I mean, you could fit a P90 into a humbucker route. It would just have space on the sides.
It would do. That would kind of be dope.
I mean, it would be hideous, but you like hideous.
I do like it. Well, I'm considering getting a double cream bobbin humbucker for it anyway. I wouldn't have. I'd have like bright white covers on the neck and the middle, and then a cream bridge.
They should put you down.
Not for his cough.
Especially with all the bloody coughing. Which the listener won't have heard.
No, I will have expertly edited it. To be fair, I did a pretty banging job of editing out the coughing on the last episodes. There was maybe one or two across the 2 episodes that got through, but the amount that I got rid of was just a fantastic bit of editing work. But yes, I think the Harley Bentons are up for a change because they're really good guitars. I may have mentioned that when I reviewed them, but they're really good. Josh, I think your new Gears resolution, you've definitely got something up for sale on the old marketplace at the moment.
Yes. So there's a bit of a story to this. Sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Well, shall we say gentlemen, let's be honest.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I had one of the Japanese standard series ESP Eclipses, which are, fully made in Japan, the original script logo on the headstock, ebony fretboard, and it was just an absolute beauty of a guitar. And I sold it to a friend of mine, and me and this friend, he lives down in Brighton, and I think we've sold to each other 4 or 5 pieces of gear between us. So kind of we always say that, if we go to sell anything, you'll always have first dibs in case you want it back.
Yeah.
And he messaged me saying, I'm thinking of parting ways with the Eclipse. And I was like, oh, hello.
No, you didn't.
And this has been one of the guitars, the story of the guitars that got away. Because I had to sell it to put some funds towards the RZK that I got, the first burnt one that I got. And I've always kind of missed this guitar because it was so good. So I've had to, unfortunately, put one of my Chapmans up for sale just to kind of put some money towards it. But the guy's been quite stellar, and he said, like, even if you just want to give me 100 quid a month or something like that, so you haven't got to get rid of anything, you can. I'm obviously kind of thinking to the sensible head with me going to Prague in May and then trying to save up for a mortgage as well. I'm like, I think a guitar realistically has to go. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, I'll manage. So I think I should be getting that back within maybe the next month or so, nice. Which will be nice to have that back. I have wanted it back for many, many years since I sold it to him. So I'm not complaining. But in terms of like other gear wise, I think I'm in the same boat as like Budge. I've got my granddad's guitar from the 70s that I can't figure out what's going wrong with the pickups and the electronics. So I'm thinking of getting some pickups put into that. Nice. And I am thinking Fletchers for this because it's like a really heavily chambered single cut shape. And high gain pickups and things like that, I think, are just going to make it really microphonic. Yeah, it's going to scream, but not in a good way. Yeah, so I'm going to. It'll probably be I'll be realistic. It's probably going to be in the summer that I'll get around to sorting it out. I'm going to sort out some Fletches, and I'm already been eyeing up a couple of sets to see, kind of what I want. So I think when we go to the UK guitar show, hopefully you'll have some guitars set up with some of the pickups in, just so I can get an idea as how some of them sound. Yes. But I would like him to be able to put the original pickup covers that come with the guitar on it, because they've got natural wear, 50, 60 years of wear on or something. Yeah. When was 78? This guitar was made, so that. Come on, Matt, you're good at maths.
Yeah, so that's 46 years.
46 years of wear on them, so I kind of want to keep them to try and keep the aesthetic looking the same.
I mean, what you might be able to get is that Fletch could do like a repair job on them. And
or that possibly, yeah.
I know he does rewinds. So
it would be nice to have a good set of Fletches in there, because to be fair, when I had the Fletches in my Les Paul, when I had that, they were fucking great. They were so good. And I've been wanting to get another set of them for a while, to be honest. So I think that's on the list. Building a board around the IR2 is another one, but that's just to have a little practice rig, as it were. But the problem is I've got so much going on with gear, with having the Black Star amp out for repair, and that'll come back within the next couple of months. Money.
Yeah, I mean that is the issue, unfortunately, isn't it? It is the issue.
I'm going to have to wait and see what gets announced at NAMM in terms of because obviously it's very early to decide. Last year, my gear resolution was to get the gain changer plasma coil, and then my missus went and got me that for my birthday. So I ticked last year's one.
You are welcome.
Yes, even though you never replied.
Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome, Josh.
So. It's a weird one. I've not really gone into it this year with any, but I'm sure given a couple of months, I will definitely have some wants for sure.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, within the next couple of weeks, I reckon we'll get a bit more of an idea of what we want for the year. Especially,
I always said I wanted to get a katana for a practice amp, but now I've got the IR2. I don't think I would need a katana.
No, I think unless you want to be able to practice out loud, but even then, you could like. I assume you've got some sort of way of hearing your quad cortex out loud. So
yeah, I've got some active monitors on my desk.
Yeah, so you could plug the IR2 into that as well. So
yeah, I mean, truth be told, if Matt was here in England, I probably would have bought the Fender bass breaker off him.
I think it probably cost me as much to ship it.
Yeah, because I remember when they came out and I thought they sounded great. But shipping it here would be a nightmare. I might as well give you like the 300 quid in petrol money and have you drive it here on the van and over the ferry.
Aye.
That'd be worth it. It'd be a good time. Right, I reckon for the sake of my voice, we'll wrap it up. For this week. We will mention the Xander lineup revamp next week. That is a promise that I may not keep. I'll try. I'll try to keep it on for next week. Right, so we're going to extend a thank you to our sponsor for this week, which is affordable.co.uk. Check them out for any and all of your budget pedal needs. They're just fantastic. I'm going to extend a thank you to you, listener, for making it this far with this new sexy sounding host.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? You like it dirty.
I mean, it's definitely not my original voice. This one. I've downloaded some like voice mod packs. So
you sound like you've eaten glass.
I mean, it feels like I've eaten glass as well.
The G and L is optional.
I mean, gentleman never tells.
It's Christmas for everyone.
And I'm going to extend a massive thank you to our Patreon backers, who are just amazing people. And for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of this exclusive crew of peeps. 2024 is the year of the nip. So we need one more Patreon backer. And you will get whose nip is it anyway. But
maybe that's why people aren't. Maybe that's why we're not getting the 10th person, because they don't want to see the nipples.
Yeah, I think if we haven't got it by June, maybe we say we're going to release it unless somebody else.
Yeah, we'll switch up tax. Right, so we've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef DemonFX. We've got Mr. Andrew Bimson of The Rising of the Lights. We've got the trifecta of Erector. We've got Mr. Huge Erection.
Wee.
We've got Mr. Mike Oxlong.
Wee.
We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock.
Wee.
We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. I do hope his foot's okay. And finally, we've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Jason Wharton on YouTube and Pedalboards of Doom also. So if you want to catch me online.
Who today released his 2024 rig rundown.
He did, yeah.
He did.
Oh, it was emotional. Like talking about how little he's got left because he's consolidated into bigger things, shall we say. Definitely worth checking out. I enjoy Jason's stuff. I rate his channel. And his stuff for PBOD's great as well. So yeah, if you want to catch me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You find me Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Threads /BudgetPedalChap. YouTube is the home to the No Talk or Tone series. Threads is the home to it's the Wild West over there. It's just it's fucking crazy. But yeah, it's good fun too. Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram at The Corona Mortis and at Both Sides Suffer. And you can find me on my YouTube at Josh Castle TCM.
Yeah, we can. And Matt?
I am at heel_MattQ on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads.
Yeah. So, from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from, oh my gosh, it's Josh. And from Mr. McQuine, say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Hey, it will be a tatty bye, a good night for this week. All right, mate. Bye.
Bye.
I think my phone is broken. I pressed the home button and I'm still at work.
Wait.
Relatable content.
Go on, we'll have that. We'll have that. That's as good. Like, it's the audio version of an eye roll that was, so we'll keep that.